All right, let's just jump straight into it. I want to ask you a quick question. We're going to do a little time travel, but trust me, it's going to make a whole lot of sense in just a second.
I want you to think back, way back to 2019. Not that long ago, right? If I walked up to you and just handed you a crisp 25,000 Naira note, what would you do with it? I mean, for a lot of us, that was a solid trip to the market. You could probably get a bag of rice, some beans, gari, definitely tomatoes, cooking oil, maybe even some chicken or fish. You'd come back home feeling pretty good, like you actually got some real value for your money.
What's going on, finance people? It's Josh here. Welcome back to JoshLM Finance. Let's break this down. Now, remember that basket of food? That same exact basket of food from 2019? Well, today, it's going to set you back about 147,000 Naira. Yeah, you heard me right. Same items, same basket, just a wildly different price tag.
And look, I'm not here to bore you with a bunch of, abstract economic jargon. This is a reality check video, a very real one. So let's actually dig into the numbers behind this grocery basket because it's pretty staggering.
So this comparison went viral online for a reason, right? It's just so simple and so powerful. On one side, you've got 2019, about 25,000 Naira gets you the absolute basics. We're not talking about Indomie or cereal or anything fancy here. This is survival food. This is the stuff that makes up the average Nigerian diet. Then you just fast forward a few years and boom, 147,000 Naira for the same stuff. This isn't some number you read in a government report. This is the inflation you actually feel every single time you go to the market.
That is a six-fold increase. 6 times. And here's where the math really hurts. If your salary, your income, your hustle, if it didn't also increase by 6 times over that same period, then your lifestyle has been quietly, silently moving backwards. No one sent you a memo, right? It just happened. Every month, your money buys a little bit less.
So the big question is, how on earth did we get here? It's so easy to just get angry and say, oh, the market women are just wicked, or blame the traders. But the real story, man, it's so much more complicated than that. It's basically a perfect storm of really bad events.
You've basically got these 4 massive waves hitting us all at once. First, the Naira has been hammered against the dollar. So anything we import, and that includes things like fertilizer for farms, or even the machines to process the food, all of it just got way more expensive. Then you have the fuel subsidy removal. Suddenly, the cost to transport food from the farm to the city just went through the roof. Then, on top of that, you have massive insecurity in farming regions and bad harvests, which means there's literally less food being produced. And finally, you throw in global issues, like the price of wheat and fertilizer going up everywhere. It's not just one thing, it's everything, all at once.
It's really why you hear that joke going around that the national cake keeps getting smaller and smaller, but the price of a slice just keeps going up. It's one of those jokes that's funny because it's so painfully true.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit, because this is where things get, well, even more personal. We've talked about the money you're spending, but what about the money you've saved? The money you thought was safe, just sitting there in your bank account.
Let's imagine you were really smart back in 2019. You took that 25,000 Naira and instead of spending it, you saved it. You put it into a standard savings account. Let's be generous and say you got, 5% interest every year? Over 5 or 6 years, that money would have grown. You'd look at your account and you'd see about 33,000 Naira. And you'd think, hey, I made 8,000 Naira. Not bad.
But then, you look at reality. And this chart just says everything, doesn't it? Your savings grew to 33,000 Naira, but the cost of the exact same stuff you could have bought with that money has exploded to 147,000 Naira. So let's be real, your money didn't grow. It got crushed. Its buying power was absolutely decimated while it was just sitting there.
And this right here is why so many of us have that feeling. That feeling of, man, I'm working so hard, I'm getting paid, but I'm just not moving forward. It's like you're sprinting on a treadmill, but someone keeps cranking up the speed and tilting it backwards. You're just running to stay in the same place.
And that, my friends, is inflation. Forget the complicated definitions. It is a quiet, ruthless, and honestly a pretty boring thief. But it is extremely good at its job, which is to steal the value of your money when you're not looking.
So what do we do? What in the world do we do about this? Because look, it's one thing to understand the problem, but here at JoshLM Finance, we're all about finding solutions. So let's talk about a financial fight-back plan. How are savvy Nigerians adapting, and what can you actually do?
This new economic climate is forcing everyone to get a lot smarter.
people are moving their money into things like money market funds or high-yield savings that can at least put up a fight against inflation. A lot of people are also moving some of their cash into dollar assets or stablecoins, basically a way to protect themselves from the Naira's devaluation. And of course, the side hustle economy is booming. People are learning new skills, trading, starting businesses, anything to create an income stream that can actually grow. Because leaving your money in a regular savings account right now, it's like leaving a block of ice cream out in the hot sun. You know what's going to happen. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's pure financial survival.
Okay, so let's get super practical. 5 steps you can start thinking about today. Number 1, track your own inflation rate. Forget the official numbers for a second. How much did your personal basket of food go up this month? That's your real number. Number 2, focus aggressively on income growth. Your 9 to 5 might not be enough anymore. You need to be thinking about skills, about side projects, things that can grow faster than prices. 3, diversify where you save. A standard bank account is a guaranteed loss right now. You have to explore other options. 4, budget like your life depends on it, because financially, it kind of does. Every Naira you waste is a Naira that inflation can steal. And number 5, think long-term. Sitting around and just waiting for things to get better is probably the most expensive financial decision you can make right now.
Listen, the whole point of this 25,000 Naira to 147,000 Naira story, it's not to freak you out. It's not to cause panic. It's simply to wake you up. Because once you see the numbers this clearly, you can stop feeling helpless and you can start making smarter moves.
At the end of the day, ignoring inflation doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make your wallet any bigger. All it does is make the shock even worse when you finally have to face reality. And believe me, you always have to face reality. It's so much better to have a plan now than to be forced into a panic later.
And as always, guys, this is not official financial advice. This is just real talk using real numbers and a bit of common sense. If this helped you, maybe share it with a friend who needs to see it. Thanks for watching till the end. If this helped you, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.